All right, this is the second half of the chapter. So in the new note packet that you got in class, we're going to go over section 1.6 today. So the front cover, put your name on it if you haven't done so already. These last two sections are on relations and functions. Throughout the video today, I'm going to talk about these 4 ways that mathematical ideas can be represented. So you'll hear me in a few moments talk about those 4 ways that you'll have to write on the front cover. So turn to the first page here. Lesson 1.6 is all about relations. So there's a couple of vocab terms that you need to know. A coordinate system is formed by the intersection of 2 number lines, the horizontal axis and the vertical axis. The vertical axis is also called the y-axis. So that's the one that runs up and down. And if you forget what vertical means, you can draw a little vertical line there. That is the y-axis. The horizontal one is called the x-axis. So that's the one that runs left to right. That is the x-axis. We have a point at the center here. That is the ordered pair 0, 0, and that is called the origin. So write these in the spaces in your notes. That is where the 2 axes meet at the center, the origin point. The whole plane containing both the x and y axis, we call this the coordinate plane, and each point is named by an ordered pair. So, for example, 2, 3 is the ordered pair for that one dot that is right here. And we'll talk about refreshing your memory on how to plot points here in the next slide. So here are these 4 ways that you need to write on the front cover. A set of ordered pairs is called a relation. A relation can be represented in several different ways. One is an equation, a graph, a table, and a mapping. So write these on the front cover of your notes. So you can pause the video, flip to the front, and write those 4 down. The mapping diagram is kind of like this one, where you have 2 little bubbles and you have numbers inside them with arrows. So we'll talk about what that means. But you have to understand 2 words, which is domain and range. So up here in the paragraph, it says that the set of first numbers in the ordered pairs, that is called the domain. So these are all the x values. And then the second set of numbers in the ordered pairs is called the range. So those are the y values. An ordered pair typically is x comma y. So it's the domains and then the ranges. So in a mapping diagram, it illustrates how each element of the domain is paired with an element in the range. So here is a list of some ordered pairs and how that translates into the mapping. So you'll see -2 goes to 4. So you'll see the arrow that goes from -2 to 4 in the range circle. And then -1 to a 4, so that starts at -1. It also points to 4, 0, 6. So 0 goes straight across to 6, 1 goes to 8, and 2 goes to 8. So you just draw an arrow from the x value to its y value. When we list the domain and range in a set of ordered pairs, we're going to start with this set notation of a curly brace, so draw that the best you can. And it is the first values in an ordered pair. So I got -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And you can also see them down here in the map. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Separated with commas, surrounded by curly braces. The other one is the range. So those are the y values. And notice here it says about not repeating them twice. Here you have 2 4s and you also have 2 8s, but I'm only going to list it once. So you can see the 3 range values are 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so here are the 4 ways to represent a relation. Remember, ordered pairs are x comma y. You can see that in a table format, the same ordered pairs just as a table. Graphing them, remember your x value starts either going left to right and your y value is either up or down. So to get to -2, 4, we had to go left and then up. And then there's your mapping diagram. So we're going to take the second example and do this one together. And then you'll have some to try on the bottom half of this. So 2, 5, I'm just going to write in the table as 2 in the x column, y is 5. -1, 3 is your next ordered pair. 5, -2, and -1, -2. So that's pretty easy to go from ordered pairs, just putting them in their table format. Now we're going to graph each one. So 2, 5 means you're going right 2 from the origin and up 5. -1, 3 means we're starting at the origin, we're going left 1 and up 3. And we can label these so you know which one's which. Five, -2 is right 5, down 2. And -1 is left 1, down 2. And you don't connect the dots, you just leave them separate. Now the mapping, we're going to take our x values, which are right to the left on the table, and we're going to list them in the domain bubble. But notice the -1s repeat. We're only going to list them one time. So a 2, a -1, and a 5. Your y values are your range values. And notice you have 2 -2s, but we're only going to list it once in the bubbles. So 5, 3, and -2. Then you're going to draw arrows that go from one x value to the one domain to the range. So the ordered pair is 2, 5. So 2, draw an arrow going to 5. Next one was -1, 3. So we're going from -1 to +3. Then 5 goes to -2. So far we're just going straight across. But this one is a double. So we're going to start at -1 and draw the arrow down to -2. So you can see hopefully how all of these different representations are related. So you need to try this matching. You need to match the ordered pairs with either the maps or the ordered pairs on the graph and just rewrite the ordered pairs underneath in the bubbles. And also, just to make sure everybody's listening to this video today, if you have Miss Buddha, the first 5 people to email her, "We are Penn State." So say that either in the subject line or in the email, "We are Penn State." You'll get some bonus points. And if you have Miss Coffee, her favorite team is the Yankees. So the first 5 people to email her and say "Go Yankees" can get some bonus points in her class.